Now, I have never heard or seen cases from this brand before my reviews with the S23 Ultra, and back then I only reviewed the Atomic Slim case. Of course, this year we have that one too, but with their complete lineup. So today we're checking out the Nautical waterproof case, the Nautical waterproof Slim case, the Covert and the Exac. Starting with my favorite back with the S23 Ultra. Is it still good? Yes, but also no. And it pains me to say that. The case feels just as strong as back then. It has an aluminium build, which is surprisingly strong, and different than all the types of plastic and silicone we're used to. The design is awesome too. It tries out different shapes and ideas, and I applaud them for that. On the back, this case is curved inwards, but not as prominently as with the S23 Ultra. And to be honest, I like that one better, because it made you feel like you're holding the steel frame. And it increased grip a ton. But now it's just not as deep, so to say. Thus, it ends up feeling more like a regular case. Here, take a look at what the S23 Ultra used to look like with this case on. We also have the Ghostek Atomic Slim case. This one is the fact that the back is curved in. So when you grab this case, it almost feels like you're grabbing a steel frame of your phone. This one feels a little more heavier, even though it's 86 grams. Big difference, right? Now, they've also improved things. The buttons were very hard to click on the S23 Ultra, but here it's really clicky and easy, which is good. The indentation on the side is still awesome looking too, but then we go to the negatives. MagSafe strength is good, but sadly, they've designed some camera bumps in a cool but very awkward position. This one is angled downwards, and don't get me wrong, it looks awesome. But as you can see, it prevents you from using a lot of MagSafe accessories. Because even though there is room at where the circle is, not all MagSafe accessories are exactly that shape. Some are bigger, have edges too, and thus it ends up defeating the whole purpose. Some slide over it and therefore making less contact and decreasing the otherwise strong magnet strength. Even though my phone says it makes contact and is charging, there is room in between the power bank and the case, which will destroy its ability to charge at a regular speed. So make sure your MagSafe accessories are exactly the size of the MagSafe ring at the back, or it won't work properly. It also doesn't have a button for the action button, but a cutout. Luckily, that's it as far as negative goes. It still has an awesome front protection, good camera bump, it's built like a tank, and even though it's partially made from aluminum, it fits excellent. And it's really easy to remove from the phone too. Then this flashy gold and black case called the Covert case. This case feels like the slimmer variant but without the aluminium, and definitely feels cheaper in the hand too. The buttons are clicky. And it makes use of this grippy pattern on the sides, which is executed properly, and it really helps. The top and bottom swell up, and it tries to create its signature design element with the back plate being lower than the sides. But then, the camera bump is flashy, looks good with the gold, but it's also insanely big. You can see clearly in comparison with other cases that it's huge, and you can almost feel it coming now, right? It blocks some MagSafe accessories too. This will mostly apply to bigger, bulky ones, like the power bank and car holders, but definitely not all. Some will not even make contact because of it. And that's such a shame, because its magnet strength is good. I get the feeling that because the camera bump is straight, it still benefits from that, but if this was angled too, it would not look good. Excellent fit though, and the front bezel is more than enough. Then the Exac. This case has an even better fit, and is made from the same soft feeling silicone type of material that you're used to with the Rinky silicone or the MagBag cases. Very aggressive with those corner bumpers, which makes it very good at absorbing drops. Its camera bump is very subtle here, a lot smaller too. It doesn't have rounded corners, but it has bits in between the back and the sides, which are angled, and that makes it even better. It's a round feeling case, even though it isn't. The sides have this very subtle pattern, which are still very noticeable even though it's only a very small addition. All buttons are very clicky, but sadly no action button. On the back we will also find the unique click system, which is called the Magna Link. Much like other lock systems like it, they have a special accessory that goes along with it. But it also features MagSafe, so you could just ignore it if you want to. Because this lock system is made inwards, it doesn't feel annoying at the back if you haven't attached anything. Very strong MagSafe magnets, and charging works fine here too. By the way, all accessories will fit here, so don't worry about that. The wallet that is included in the purchase snaps on there very tightly, and you can open it on the side and place cards or cash in it. It does have magnetic closing, and the strength of these is more than enough to avoid accidental opening. It also does have enough strength to not come off when opening the wallet. Next in line is the Nautical waterproof case. These type of cases are requested a lot by you guys. And even though the iPhone is rated for IP68 up to 6 meters till 30 minutes, I can totally understand why you would want a full protection case which is waterproof. Now when installing these, you have to put the phone front facing down into the front piece and then click on the back, which is done very smoothly and clicks in nicely. Double check all the edges and you're good to go. The case features a blurry back, which will avoid a lot of smudges and overall looks very good. The magnet strength is also very good, especially for such a bulky case. And it of course featured a closed camera bump. Very clicky buttons, but you must put more strength into them than usual. No button here for the action button, but it does have a seal on it. The case has 2 front bezels, so I don't think you need to worry about the screen. And of course, it has a plastic front for your screen. I'm not sure how well this will protect it though, as most likely it will be for waterproofing only. It definitely makes the phone much more bulky, but that's probably already your goal when searching for these. I must say that I don't have any negatives with this one, other than that the seal for the charging port is very stiff. And for someone that keeps his nails short, it can be pretty challenging to get that seal off, since it only has this tiny tab to pull. Luckily, you can open it from the side if you pop off the back, and it will probably get better the more you open and close it. It also comes with this holster belt clip, which you can turn, which makes it really handy for if you need to clip it onto something while you have your hands full. It also lays flat, so you don't have to pop it off every time you want to lay it down. Quality of this thing could be better. And I'm not sure if you can even use this while submerged in water, but it looks fine. Then it's little brother, the Nautical Slim. You would think that this is the same deal but smaller, and it is, but it's also 10 times more difficult to get it on the phone. Feels cheaper, makes a lot of weird sounds, almost like you're breaking it. And I had the feeling I was going to destroy it multiple times. Now I have a screen protector on my iPhone, the one from Spigen, and I just couldn't get it on there. Now I'm not sure if that is because of the screen protector, but it could definitely be one of the reasons. Without the phone inside this case, it makes very weird noises already, and without the iPhone inside, it's also very hard to close. So I'm definitely sure this one has problems on its own. From my experience with it, I cannot recommend you purchasing it. So my overall conclusion is that you should never purchase a case because you had a good experience with it previous time around. Because as you can see, they can change a lot in a short period of time. For some, that may be a good thing, and for some, it may be bad. Hopefully you made up your own mind about these. And if you're interested in one, make sure to use my affiliate links as it greatly helps out the channel. And for now, have an awesome day.